In the spotlight this morning, it was a big weekend for a local improv group, the Bit Players, who got a surprise of a lifetime, and that was Jay Leno, here to tell us all about it. Frank Fasaro, artistic director at the Firehouse Theater. Thanks so much for coming in, Frank.
Thanks for having me.
This is a really cool thing. I saw the article online and started to read it. So before we even get to that, just tell us what the Bit Players are.
So we're a group of improvisers. We do short form improv. For those that know the world of improvisation, it's two different forms, long form and short form. Much more like Whose Line Is It Anyway type of stuff. Perform every weekend, and we have a really good time down in Newport.
So these are people who by day they have regular jobs, by night they become superheroes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to have day jobs. It doesn't pay the bills. Yeah.
So tell us how this all went down, because I was reading the article and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, so I was at the theater kind of doing my normal routine, getting ready for the show last Friday night, and the kid who was working the box office that night was just standing next to me. Phone rang. Right. He answered the phone and was pretty much went right into it. I was standing next to him and I heard his side of the conversation, and it was pretty much, "Oh, hi, Jay Leno. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll give you some time. Yeah, why don't you be here about 20 minutes before showtime? Show starts at 8. And he hung up the phone. I was like, "What was that?" He's like, some prank phone call, some guy saying he's Jay Leno. I was like, I don't know. I think it actually might have been legit. I mean, it's Jay Leno. He lives down the street. It's possible. Sure. I've heard him do things like that in the past. So I said, I'm going to go upstairs and get ready and be in the green room. Come get me if Jay shows up. Yeah. And sure enough, about 20 minutes before showtime, he comes up and...
So in between that, while all of this is going on and you say, you leave the phone conversation and you go up, in the back of your mind, what's going through your mind? Like, oh my God, we better be good tonight just in case it is him?
Well, honestly, what was going through my mind was, do I tell everybody that he could show up and get everybody all excited and then he doesn't?
Some guy didn't laugh. We have
a lot of, some homeless people in Newport. Could have been one of them.
Sure, right.
I don't know how they got their hands on a phone, or do we, do I kind of keep it under my hat? So I ultimately decided, keep it under my hat. Let's see if he shows up. But meanwhile, I'm freaking out because I love comedy. I've been doing comedy for a long, long time. I'm thinking, man, what do I do if Jay Leno comes here? Yeah. The building's not clean. We got to move around. We got to. So yeah, I was a bit panicked. It was not my normal pre-show routine for sure. Right. Yeah.
So all of a sudden you're getting ready to go on, and he shows up.
Yeah.
So what happens then?
So the kid comes up and gets me. Says he's here. So I go downstairs, and he's sitting in my desk, in my seat, where I sit all the time. And I'm like, it's just me and him in my office. I'm like, hey, Mr. Leno, and he was nice as could be. I said, you sure you want to do this tonight? Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, whatever. I don't mean to make him sound like Rain Man, but but he was like, yeah, I'll definitely do it. And then him and I had a nice long conversation, about 10-minute conversation. And then I said, would you mind coming up and meeting the other actors? They don't even know you're here, but So I brought him upstairs, and I kind of peeked my head in the door and said, hey guys, there's someone here who'd like to say hi to you. And he just pushes his way in. Sure. All right, what's going on in here? And they all look like kids on Christmas morning. They lost their mind. It was amazing.
And he just really is a genuinely sweet and just really just a good guy too.
Yeah. I can't say enough good things about him. He really was just like as genuine as could be, like you said. Yeah, he really was.
So for folks who don't know, he is living here in Newport now and has been seen all over the place. So I was also reading that he was a lot of the folks who are part of this group were asking him a lot of questions, like picking his brain, and he was very cool about it too.
Yeah, very nice. Sharing stories from the old days, doing comedy, starting out, all that kind of stuff.
It's very generous of him to do that.
Absolutely, especially for a room full of comics. Right. We're all sitting there kind of just like little kids, just listening to him tell stories. The best is we have a guy from Russia in our company. He was in the Russian circus. His name is Vlad. He was a mime. And Leno met him, and he said, I met a comic a long time ago when I first started out, and for the first week I knew him, I thought he was Russian. He only spoke to me in a Russian accent, and that was how I met Robin Williams. And we were like, what? Like,
that is crazy.
Yeah. So again, it was just a once-in-a-lifetime experience for us and for our audience that night.
And he killed.
He killed.
Right.
Yeah. He's going back out, going to try to do some stand-up again, so he was workshopping some stuff. A couple things fell flat, but for the most part, he killed. He was unbelievably good. He did a solid 20 minutes, and
And I'm sure the door is open for any time he wants to come swing back on through.
He took my personal number, which was great, because he called me the next day to thank me.
On the other line, and then when the phone call does ring, and it's him on the other line.
Well, I missed his phone call the next day. He called me to thank me for letting him come, and I was so mad I missed his phone call, but now I have a voicemail from him on my phone.
Save it forever.
I've saved on every cloud I can find, and I will never delete appreciate that.
Well,
I've listened to it about 100 times.
Thanks so much for coming in. Anybody can go to see you guys?
Yeah, anybody come. Open to the public. We sell out quite a bit, so get your tickets in advance. Go right on our website, firehousetheater.org, and buy them right there.
You never know who's going to show up.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks
Great to have you here. If you would like more information on this, you can head on over to our website, and that's rhodeshow.com.